Alrighty, in this video today, guys, we're gonna go over our banded hip distraction. Now, this is a really good mobility drill to really start helping opening up our hips through both external and internal rotation. So for those of you who really have tight hips, whether you're squatting or deadlifting or anything like that, this is something that I'll be giving you in particular to really start opening that up again. You might even find if you're one of my clients who are doing knee or lower back rehab, this is really gonna ease a lot of that tension in those areas as well. Now, to get into this nice and quickly, I need you to make sure you've got a relatively strong band. The weaker the band, the less effective it's gonna be, okay? It takes a lot of tension to really try and open a joint up. I need you also to anchor it to something that's firm and in place. So for me, I've anchored this down to the bottom of a squat rack. All you need to do is loop it around, loop it inside of itself, and it will stay there for you. Now, for you guys, I'm gonna do my right leg, okay? So I'm gonna step my right foot on the inside of the band like so. Now, for this to work effectively, I'm gonna need you to get that band all the way up onto the crease of your hip, okay? So make sure you put it into a comfortable spot and you don't get anything caught, okay? You know what I mean? All right, so get that band up nice and high, and I've literally got this on the crease of my hip like so, okay? Now for this variation, we're gonna take a step forwards with that hip. Notice here, okay, that the band is actually pulling back on me on like a 45-degree angle. It's not directly to the side, it's not directly behind, it's on that 45-degree angle, okay? We're gonna get down into this really deep lunge position here. So my knee's on the floor and I'm pushing this knee as far forward as I can. I'm using this arm now just to support the movement as well. All I want you to do from here, pull your knee in as far as you can without your foot coming off the floor. Keep your foot down and just pull that knee in as much as you can. You should feel a really good stretch coming in on the side of your hip. If you don't, that's fine. Now we're gonna do the opposite after a few seconds. We're gonna pull our knee out, squeezing our glute. Again, keep your foot pinned as wide as you possibly can and really get nice and deep into it. You may feel this on the inside of your thigh now. Same thing, we're gonna pull it in as much as we can. I'm quite tight here so I can feel it a lot, and then out. Bring it back in, and out. It's a really slow movement. I don't want to see any of you speeding through it like this, okay? When putting this much tension directly on a joint, I want you to make sure you just take your time. So really sink into it. One repetition, okay? When we're in this position here, one repetition is when I go in, out, we've come back in. That's one full repetition. We're in, out, back in. Okay, so nice and simple. As if we were doing bicep curls, we go up, down. That's one rep. So we go out and in, and that is one full repetition. So make sure you're doing your sets and reps of this one. Start with your tightest side first. So if you feel like your right hip is really tight, start with that one. If you feel like your left hip's really tight, start with that one. But make sure you're doing both sides. So if I've told you to do 5 reps on one side and then 5 reps on the other. But for you guys, this is our banded hip distraction. Please be sure to send me through some videos of you completing this exercise. Try and get the best angles available, whether it is a side angle or a front angle, depending on the exercise. This way I can make sure that I'm helping you perform the best technique possible for the given exercise. Send through the videos in the direct chat available to you, and then I'll give you some feedback straight away.